I heard you. Because I have one headphone off my ear.
Okay, there you go. It's his screen right now. Nice thumbnail.
I know, right? It doesn't show it sometimes for some reason.
Yeah.
Alright, check your audio. Because your audio's not that good?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna see if it's actually picking it up from here.
Because your audio's not that good? Go grab my Corsair headset downstairs.
My mouth right on it.
Welcome to Dark Souls 3.
Thinking already. Yeah, cause so
what do we know?
Eardrums.
Or potentially other people's eardrums. Or no, just only one.
Hey, YouTubers do that shit all the.
Perfect, Tom.
I'm trying to remember what sorceries can I. If there's any other ones I can nab off of them. See, this one would be useful if I could imbue my Erythiel Straight Sword. But because it's Frost Element, I can't infuse it.
Come again.
At least I don't think I can infuse it. I'm just wearing the Armor of Thorns for now until we defeat the Abyss Watchers.
I'm gonna move my laptop right in front of us right here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the streams are going well over here, everyone. My phones are working.
You get put in the storage box to never be used again.
Oh.
Yes.
I was gonna actually make a plan to actually watch Ready Player One by any chance, because that's gonna be there showing cinemas until May 8th.
We could probably do it the gaming weekend. We can throw that into our
Let me check up with my dad again, so I can make sure that we do have that time. Because my dad just came up with rewards cards over there at the AMD, the cinema center that's over there.
Is that the one in Shamokin?
The Shamokin, yeah. Susquehanna.
Yeah.
Yep. So I can read some points on there.
I forget if this item actually boosts all out damage output or just melee damage output.
What? What?
This ring, because while you're at full HP, it boosts your attacks. I can never remember if this ring boosts just every form of damage output, or if it just boosts melee attacks. I don't.
What does it say in the stats?
I don't know. I don't have it equipped. Actually, no. I can. Oh, Luke, you grab my phone. It's in the kitchen. It's on the table.
Well, yeah.
Because I need my Souls planner so I can keep track of what I'm putting my stats into. Thank you.
No problem. Hey.
So what is this? Is this called Lloyd's Sword Ring? I think is what it's called. Yeah, Lloyd's Sword Ring. Increases attack by 10% when HP is full. So I'm assuming that means it's universal.
That's your Mountain Dew, right? That's just my Mountain Dew.
That is yours, yes.
Okay.
I don't have a drink.
Get a drink.
I will a little bit later.
Okay.
My sorcerer build. Oh, excuse me.
It's only a morning. Well, it's only
It's only 11.
Don't worry about it. It's not like the. It's not like the morning.
See, I can't unequip the young dragon ring because that boosts the power of my sorceries. I can't unequip the sage ring because that boosts the power of my that shortens my spellcasting times. I could unequip the Chloranthy ring. And I'm not unequipping the deep ring until I have 5 attunement slots. So, as per what this build is going for. Oh, I never saved this build when I changed it to run the Arethiel straight sword. Let's save that real quick. There, now it's saved. Maybe, do you see what I mean? So like, because my equipment is at about half, I have a medium roll, which means that I have a medium speed for my roll.
You don't want to start fat rolling this, at the very least.
When you start fat rolling, that means you have way too much equipment on, and you need to like kind of fiddle around with your stats a little bit. You either need to start fiddling around with your stats, or you need to just not run that equipment until you know you can equip it. Homing Soul Mass was the other one that I was running. That was the other ability I was running on this. I need to change this to the Undead Legion armor on here, because we're gonna go with that. Nah, screw it. I'll change it later. Alright, where are my stats at now? 14, 17, 10, 21, 30, 13, 18, 60. So my intelligence is over halfway to what it needs to be.
I'm gonna be monitoring the stream right now.
Okay. But, so, since we beat the Deacons of the Deep last time, our new objective is the Pharaon Keep. We need to open up the doorway to the actual keep itself. What the hell is that? Oh, that's your laptop.
Discord.
Oh. I was like...
Monitoring, I'm part of 2 different groups. One being for VR chat, and then there's the 45th Devil Jaegers. It appears that 45th Devil Jaegers are going to be going on another operation right now. See what the shit they're up to. They recently, 45th Devil Jaegers has recently went on a World War II operation.
Really?
And they got wiped out.
That doesn't surprise me.
They tried. And what you expect? I mean, what do you know? It was they somehow they ended up being engaged by an armored division.
Okay, what is my Arethiel straight sword at? It's +2. Okay. I think I need 12 more pieces of Twinkling Titanite, and then I'll have the stats I need. I don't know why I'm wasting sorceries on these guys. They're not really important.
So you're not going to be getting that undead something in your armor setup for this character, right? It's going to be another character.
No, that's going to be for this character.
Oh.
Because remember we're wearing the big sage hat and it does the Plague Doctor thing? And we established that the Undead Legion armor set fits really well with this headset. Problem is we won't be able to get it until we kill the Abyss Watchers.
How far away are we from that from where we are right now?
Actually, once we get through this area, we'll be right at the boss fight.
So we just need to kill that boss and then we'll be rewarded with that set armor?
Yeah, because the Shrine Handmaiden will start selling the armor set. The Shrine Handmaiden will start selling armor sets depending upon which bosses you beat.
Okay, so what is the highlighted attribute that the Undead Legion armor have?
I believe it's got fairly decent slash protection. I think it's got decent protection from strike too.
Any attributes to it?
Not really, other than the fact that it's boss armor.
Okay, so there's nothing pertaining to magic or like any.
I don't know the stats of armor off the top of my head. I personally just kind of wear whatever I feel like I want to wear at the time.
We'll probably see once we acquire it.
Once we get the armor, we'll be able to see it, but...
Alright then. Because I thought, like, when you think about undead, I thought not only its physical defense attributes or armor rating attributes, I thought, like, maybe since it's undead, there'd be something...
I believe it's still classified as lighter armor. So I think it has a higher elemental protection, because the way Dark Souls 3 kind of works their armor system is that heavier armor, like Havel's armor, Smo's armor, stuff like that, they have really good physical defenses, but their elemental defenses are pretty shit.
That has like some sort of resistance to magic.
What it affects is resistance to magic, fire, lightning, dark. Those are the only elemental...
element and magic. What makes magic different from the elements?
When I say element, I just mean all of them. Well, no, magic in general is... Well, magic specifically attains to sorceries.
Oh, alright.
I thought like you categorize the elements, you know, like such as fire, to be like a subcategory under magic.
No, magic is strictly sorceries. Pyromancy is fire magic. Lightning magic is miracles. And then dark magic is... Because dark magic encompasses dark elements of all three categories of magic, of sorceries, pyromancies, and miracles, it's just classified as dark magic.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Oh, I hate these guys. The ones that don't have weapons. Yeah, it's because I was one-shotting them with magic. The problem is that they're fast. You draw their attention, they're fast. Though their pathing is set up to where if they see you, they will beeline straight forward for you. So if you're fighting them, if you lure them to this fire, they'll run into it. Well, to be fair, we don't really need to explore this area because we got the items we needed from this area, which was the Golden Scroll and the Crystal Sage's Scroll, I believe. I believe is what they were called. Let me double check just to make sure. Yeah, it was the Sage's Scroll and the Golden Scroll. The next scroll that we need that will give us two of our main spells is Logan's Scroll, but we won't get that until we get to Arethiel Dungeon.
Okay.
Actually, we won't get that until we hit the Profane Capital, but... I think this is the last one. Because I think we did the first one earlier. So I think this should open the door. Yes. There is some stuff I do want to go get, though. Is there anything? No. Nothing I need from the old demon, but... But I want his soul nonetheless. There we go. I have any Estus shards? No, I do not. I did use them. Okay. 'Cause I know we're coming up on an undead bone shard, I believe. Can I get close enough to lock onto the... Nope. No, it's that microphone itself is not compatible. Give me that Titanite shard, boy.
Hold up a second.
Colin.
Oh, that's something totally different.
What?
Is it alright if I could hold your 1911? For some reason, I just feel like I just wanna just.
I don't have a 1911.
I'm sorry. Well,
One of the airsoft guns that's downstairs?
Yeah, that's still 1911 down there. It's just a
Go ahead. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you.
well,
is this only the comment? Just the courtesy.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead. If you want to hold if you want to hold the 1911, go right, the 1911 airsoft gun, go right ahead. Ah, we got the undead bone shard. That's what I wanted here. Alright, let's go activate this bonfire. We'll go up that elevator in a second. But there's a crystal lizard I want to kill. I think he gives Twinkling Titanite, and I need Twinkling Titanite. This means we're still open up that door. It's a 1911 airsoft gun.
No, the design of it is, but it's definitely not Colt.
I could have told you that.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's the stray demon. What's he doing all the way up here? I guess we better go put him in his place.
What made me really happy about it, the engraving said maybe specifically.
Oh, that's doing a chunk to him.
The sorcerer.
Oh God. Ooh. No. Oh yeah, by the way, when you kill Havel and Archdragon Peak, his armor will be here. His armor set will be here. Like, when we
Kill the boss.
no, there's an NPC we run into. His name is Havel. He's a mainstay amongst the Dark Souls franchise. You fight Havel in Archdragon Peak, which is an area not even near this location.
Havel.
Yeah, Havel. Havel the Rock.
Oh, okay.
You fight him in Archdragon Peaks. But for some reason, when you kill him, his armor set appears here where that stray demon was. I don't understand why Havel's armor spawns here when you kill him at Archdragon Peak, which is an entirely different location.
Yeah.
Killing Alva makes sense because when you kill Alva, you find his armor set farther in Arethiel Dungeon.
Yeah.
But
What? Colin, see, there you go. It wouldn't be a Colt 1911, or M1911, it would be SW 1911, Smith and Wesson.
Smith and Wesson.
See, the design.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's Smith and Wesson.
There's some crystal lizards here, and they have large titanite shards, and I want large titanite shards.
I do love the Smith and Wesson 1911.
You can't run from me. You drop goodies, and I like goodies. Dragon Crest shield. That's a good shield to run if you want a good shield for lightning resistance.
$979 for the... What?
Yeah, it's a popular weapon.
Wait, what's the specifications? Wait, they're 96.
Oh, I forgot there's a third one up here.
Fortified auto. Capacity 8 rounds plus 1.
One in the chamber.
Yeah, one in the chamber. 8 rounds. Where's that?
I think that's the A1. Oh, he gives me a heavy gem. I don't want a heavy gem. Hi, buddy. Dead. Hey, buddy. How's it going? You look like you're taking a nap. Die. Hey, you look like you're... No, I wasn't far. I wasn't close enough. No. No. I hate these spear... What? What? That's not that tall of a height. I shouldn't have died from that. What? That made no sense. But luckily, we're right here. That didn't make any sense. Why did I die from that? Because I've fallen off that height before and I've not taken damage. That doesn't make any sense as to why I took damage there. Hey Louis, if you look at the Plague Doctor mask from this angle, it looks like he has a really derpy face.
Does he have a derpy face? That view right there looks a lot more menacing than anything else. Except that, you know...
He looks kind of derpy.
Holster the freaking like Jack Frost Claymore. Yeah, there you go. That looks a lot better.
You know the odd...
the snow particle kind of...
you know what the odd part is? As soon as I switch weapons, the sheath disappears.
Because that's a soul weapon, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I did not know that your soul was so cold.
I know. Yeah, he actually sheaths it if you two-hand if you have a weapon in the other hand, if you two-hand it, you actually sheath the sword with its sheath still there. So I don't understand why when you switch weapons, the sheath disappears. But yet when you two-hand another weapon and you have a weapon in the right hand, he sheaths it. That doesn't make any sense.
The logic of Dark Souls. It's a study of itself.
sometimes I don't get.
I feel like the whole concept behind Dark Souls is how hard can we realistically make a game that's still beatable?
I'm pretty sure they're still going to be trying to figure that out once Code Vein comes out.
I am so excited for that.
Hey, you want to stream that?
I'm gonna stream that
You can stream the shit out
as long as the cutscenes aren't blocked by the PlayStation 4.
Why the scenes need to be blocked out?
Because I know for Persona 5, the reason why they did that was because they wanted to avoid spoilers. So they actually made it to where the system would not allow you to stream the game past a certain date in the game.
That's the same thing that they did for freaking Persona 5.
I just said that.
Yeah, I was wondering, they never went past part 5 in the game, because you already have a date that you're not allowed to stream, otherwise YouTube has the right to take that video off.
That's because that's what Atlas said. Otherwise YouTube wouldn't have done it, unless Atlas had specifically said to make the game spoiler free, because there is a lot of spoilers around that time. Well, Atlas has already removed that stipulation. That's why people have finished their Dark Souls. Their Persona 5 playthroughs, because I killed him with the armor. So what's special about this armor is that when you roll, if you collide with an enemy as you roll, it does damage. I got his health to the point where I rolled and it killed him.
Wait, is this magazine single stack?
For BBs, I believe, yes.
Yeah. But in real life,
No, in real life, I'm pretty sure it would still be. I'm pretty sure in real life it would still be single stack too.
yeah, because it just said 8 plus 1.
If it was double stack, I would see it being more like 10 or 12,
Wait.
like 16 at most.
8 in the magazine. You can double stack that.
Yeah, but then the magazine would be really small and it wouldn't fit the handle of the gun.
It would be a lot more thicker, wouldn't it? I mean 2 by 2.
Not really. That's actually that's a pretty fairly
Double stack.
That's what, yeah, I was to say, that's why most pistols only go with a single stack.
Stagger. It snatches.
Oh, okay.
I knew it had something to do with like the firing mechanism or something like that, but I wasn't exactly sure. But it's because of the way the pistol's firing mechanism is set up, it has to go single stack, otherwise doing the double stack, it could jam on you. Which is to say,
the HKUSP. It's 45 ACP, but is it?
but that's because the gun may have been built differently, so it would allow the magazine to be double stacked.
Before I proceed anywhere with that, I really want to get my facts straight on this, because literally for some reason I'm shaking on this fact, which I'm actually getting a bit worried about right now.
Ouch!
What a way for you to drop it.
Yeah, well, they take a soul greatsword to the face.
You don't have a face.
They're slug.
All you gotta do is just put some salt on them and, they'll back off.
I don't have any salt. The salt is my soul greatsword.
Don't you have salt?
The salt is my soul greatsword.
Aren't you salt? Tea?
That's what the ice that's coming off my sword is. It's not ice, it's salt.
It was mined by the best materials from the salt mine. Enchanted salt mine.
No, you don't. I don't need you screaming. Hey, I got a staff. I very rarely get that item. Is it better than what I've got? Hell to the no. Well, my staff's also upgraded too, so that could be why. Backstab.
HK45,
Excuse me.
Price for one magazine, $39.99.
Backstabs for days. Oh, the Dark Knights must have already gone up there. Oh, there's one. Yeah, I kind of don't want to. I don't want to mess with these guys right now. They're mean, but they give me souls, and I appreciate it because they kill things. Thanks, guys, for giving me the souls. You go do your thing. I'll go do mine. Actually, getting frostbite on those guys wouldn't be a bad idea. Because they are very stamina reliant. I am gonna rest though. Frostbite. Oh, we're coming up on another crystal lizard.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's another evidence of... Okay, so the magazine is single or double strap. If there's a holder like on one side, that's like, so like two sides of
Heal. Souls. Give me more souls. Hey, we got a great magic weapon.
Feed me more souls, Seymour. Oh wait, wrong movie.
There is no souls, only Zool. Oh god! Ah, frostbite. Your friend and mine. Ah, it's a Black Knight. We'll mess with him in a second. Sellsword armor. Oh, there we go. Drop down, and you grab the Sellsword Twin Blades, which are actually kind of a popular weapon in PvP.
What's a popular weapon in PvP?
The Sellsword Twin Blades. One of the few weapons that when you go to two-hand the weapon, you actually have two swords out.
Safety first.
Oh, yeah.
That did a considerable amount of damage to him. Oh, but that did a considerable amount of damage to me!
You know, last time I checked, getting hit by a sword hurts.
Yeah, he has a great sword and he's carrying it one-handed. See, if I was still wearing those clothing I had now, that probably would have one-shot me.
Thank God for the armor. Now, next thing you need is your Undead Legion.
Yep, and then my armor set will be complete.
Yep.
I only wanted to come here for those items. I mean, they're not really necessary, but I wanted the items. I'll just use a homeward bone to get back to where I need to go. Atonement. What does that do again? Attract more attention from foes. This is the only tale miracle given to those cast out from the Sable Church of Londor. Is this a miracle? It is a miracle. Attracts more attention from foes. This is the only tale known by the exiles who believe it carries words of forgiveness. Cursed journeys, too, ultimately come to an end. We got a hollow gem. Oh, I need to use that stray demon soul.
Half cocked.
So it's a half mast. Yeah, if I could say one thing about Dark Souls, never use whips. Whips are the worst weapons in the game.
There's whips in the game?
Yeah, there are whips. They are very high dexterity based weapons, but their damage output is literally practically non-existent.
Rip.
And if you're using them against someone who's armored, you're doing next to no damage to them. Alright, so with these Dark Knights, the smarter thing to do is you want to stand up here. Because even though if you exit that doorway and they don't technically see you, one of them will kind of curve to the side.
Mm-hmm.
If you're close enough, and that will prompt him to see you. And then he'll start attacking you. These guys you really don't want to tangle with unless you're planning on either out-damaging them or parry practice, because these guys are really good parry practice. I'm not good at parrying, so... Give me more souls. I'm gonna kill some of the guys over here. If I remember correctly, I think one of them does like to wander the side here. Nope, he looks like he's going back to regroup with his buddy. Yep, he's going up to regroup with his buddy. Oh, they're gonna go fight those dudes with the shields. Hey, he dropped an ember. Nice. To replace the one I stupidly lost earlier. Wait, you hear that fighting?
Yeah.
Not from the Dark Knights, but from the loud sword clangs. That's the Undead Legion fighting. They're training. They're fighting each other.
Get out.
No. I guess the Undead Legion have this this thing where they don't actually die. Yeah. Okay, how healthed are these guys? I could probably kill him in one Great Heavy Soul Arrow. Yeah. Whew! Ah, he got the second hit out. But that's fine, they killed all the enemies for me, so I can't complain.
Thank you.
These dark... Oh, I got a Rotten Groove Spear. And I can actually wield it! See? Rotten Groove Spear. One of the few weapons that inflicts natural poison. Alright, but for this fight, we're going to enlist an aid of... Black Hand Gothard. I'm gonna heal up. I'm not gonna pop an Ashen until I need it. Oh, I didn't use my Undead Bone Shard. Oh, well, I'll do it later. By my sword! Hang on, I need to do, I need to change my stuff. Where's my Legion Etiquette? There it is. Legion Etiquette. Okay, let's go. Our first Lord of Cinder fight. The Abyss Watchers. These guys were actually...
Is this cutscene cut out from the stream?
No.
It's not?
No, because PlayStation will notify you if this scene is blocked.
Alright.
That's part of the reason why I haven't streamed some games, because a lot of the cutscenes are still blocked for some reason. So, for some reason or another. His armor set's cool. I really love the Undead Legion armor set. It is one of my favorite armor sets.
Something tells me that this guy's not friendly. Oh.
Oh, he's doing the Legion etiquette. I have that. I can do that. Alright, so phase 1 of this fight, I probably explained it before. Phase 1 of this fight, you'll fight a regular Abyss Watcher. As the fight goes on, other Abyss Watchers will start to spawn. Now, the gimmick of this fight is to not turn your back towards the main Colosseum, because if you do, when the other Abyss Watchers spawn, if your back is towards them, they will attack you. NPC Phantom I summoned. His name is Gothard the Abyss. Gothard the Blackhand Gothard. Now we're in the second phase of the fight. It's easy to do the no back strategy with spellcasters because they have range. Melee builds, on the other hand, not so much. But you can kill the other Abyss Watchers that spawn, but there's no point to kill them because they respawn. So your main focus is to just kill the original one. Yeah, the main focus is just to kill the original one. Then it proceeds into phase 2, which all the other ones just kind of fuck off. So, and his sword gets caught on fire. I think it's because his Ember is active. I think it's the reason why their weapons get caught on fire. I think it's because their Ember activates, I think. Or their Lord of Cinder status activates, I think. Oh, he dodge rolled that! I've never seen him do that. Gothard, be useful! Stop shooting at it with your bow! I need to use my other Ashen. Oh, now he's going towards me. He's not happy with the fact that I'm pecking at him. Woo! Oh god! Don't hurt me, please. You're one of my favorite bosses, don't hurt me. Ouch! No, he only smacked me with his flaming sword. This is like the epitome of what like a dex build is like the super high mobility of a character. He represents it perfectly. I wanted to kill him with my sword. Pat, you got killed by a sorcerer with a sword.
You got him.
We got one of 4 key items we need to go to the main end of the game, which is the Cinders of a Lord. We also got his soul. Which is weird, because it's not the soul of the Abyss Watchers. It's the soul of the blood of the wolf.
Soul of the blood of the wolf?
Yeah, the soul of the blood of the wolf. I'm assuming that that's a reference to Artorias. Because the Abyss Watchers were created in Artorias' place.
Mm.
Well, they were created in honor of him because he was the original Abyss Watcher.
Mm.
But ultimately, as per the events of the first game, he succumbed to the Abyss. So the Abyss Watchers were created to oversee, to continue Artorias' work. But there's more of them.
You can make better.
I've got a heavy gem.
They are sworn by a joyous bunch, gaining an in-sea vibe.
Oh, I think he only gives us the Pharaon ring if we return them to their throne. Because then he goes, so that's how you return a Lord of Cinder to his throne. Alright, so we're going to return the Abyss Watchers to their throne.
Gaining admission. Evine. So that's how they're delivered to their thrones. I pity the sorry souls. Is that really Lordship's last reward? For helping them find their final resting place.
And we got the Pharaon ring. Which, what the Pharaon ring does is that it reduces skill FP. It reduces skill FP consumption. But for a build like this, it's not useful to us. Oh, there's Egon. Hi, Egon.
Been some time since we met in person.
Yeah, I got a big ass hat and some nice armor.
I just dropped in to see how she's getting on. Now, what are you playing at with this circus?
They helped me out. I helped them out. I'm just being a nice guy.
Doddering old folk and degenerates.
They're not degenerates. They're my friends.
She must fit in perfectly here.
You be nice. She's my friend too. Now, the only way to get his armor set, at least as far as I know, is you could kill him now, but then I don't think he's available. If you kill him now, I don't think he'll be available for the Dragon Slayer armor fight. But also, if you screw up Irina of Karim's side quest, which is you buy a dark miracle from her, he will kidnap her, and then if you want to save her, you have to kill him.
So is that what you're gonna do?
Nope. I don't follow Irina of Karim's side quest really all that much because you don't really get anything from it. The only real reason to do Irina of Karim's side quest is if you want to buy all the miracles.
So you're not intending on buying all the miracles?
No, because I'm a sorcerer. That should answer your question right there.
Alright.
Alright, but first things first. We need to buy some new duds. Actually, first, we need to give her this Umbral Ash, because I like this conversation she has when you give her these ashes.
Ashen one, what woeful umbral ash is this?
The distortion of my voice sounds like a robot.
Won't yield aught.
Not that bad though, it's still
Where
clear.
didst thou
It's
happen
just
upon
that
the stuff? Tell me for the
it
sport.
sounds like I'm talking from a voice filter.
So we're gonna tell her where we found this ash.
Oh yes, I see. Clinging to lofty dreams in this dying world, more's the pity. It must come from one most foolish indeed. Wouldst thou not agree?
I'm pretty foolish just for going after the Lord of Cinder, to be honest. So I think the fact that he wanted to be an Abyss Watcher, I don't think it's that bad of a problem. Alright, but we're going to scroll through the armor. And thus, the Abyss Watcher armor is available. Why did I buy that helm? God damn it. I didn't mean to buy that. But at least I have the full set.
Ashen one.
Alright, so these are the stats on the Abyss Watcher armor. Because I know you were curious.
Sorry, what?
Here's the stats on the Abyss Watcher armor. The Undead Legion armor. This is what we were wearing. This is what we have. So this armor has better magical affinity. So it has better magical protection. Like better elemental protection, I should say. Than this armor. Because this armor is more geared towards being more physically defensive.
Oh, okay.
But this doesn't have that bad of physical defenses anyway. So... Alright, we're gonna go sell all that stuff. Let's see. I'm not selling the Twinkling Titanite because we need that for the sword we have. I'm gonna sell these gems because I'm not gonna need them. I could sell the Titanite scales, but I don't want to. Sell these weapons, we don't need them. Sell that because we don't need it.
Colin, is it okay if I can switch to your Corsair headphones? Like, kind of getting a bit annoying with the wires.
Yeah, go ahead. Just go downstairs. Make sure to grab the, the receiver.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Ashen one.
Alright. Let's burn that undead bone shard real quick. And store those items in the storage box, because I don't want to sell them, but I'm not going to be using them. Let's see.
Alright, here it now.
That's probably gonna, that audio plugin thing is gonna probably show up on the stream. Yeah,
It's gonna cut it for a little bit.
that's what I thought. Wait,
Alright.
why did I sell those dark leggings? I don't need to use them. I don't need them.
Let's see if this works.
Can you hear the game?
I can hear the game.
How's the audio quality?
It's good.
Okay.
Ashen.
Alright, so I'm gonna go, we're gonna go talk to Lulith real quick. Because I know you were asking about what the Undead Legion's soul converts into.
Aha.
So it converts into the Pharaon Greatsword, which is the weapon that the Abyss Watcher was using. This is the only Ultra Greatsword that when two-handed, you do not hold the weapon two-handed. This weapon is also primarily dex-based. This weapon is also primarily, well, you need strength to wield it, but ultimately it scales higher off of dexterity.
Okay, I see.
This is Artorias' sword.
What does this sword excel at?
So let's see. Great Sword of a Knight tainted by the dark of the Abyss, and a master of the Wolf's Blood of Pharaon. The Wolf Knight was the first Abyss Watcher, and his sword is more punishing against creations of the Abyss. So actually, this weapon has a hidden damage modifier that it hints at because of that wording in the second statement. This weapon actually does do more damage against creatures that are from the Abyss.
Okay, I see.
And its skill is called Wolf Sword. So basically, you can either, if you're two-handing the weapon and you hold, I think you can do L2 even if you're not two-handing the weapon. But if you're using the weapon, you go into a stance. If you do a normal attack, you do a little spinning slash going forward. You can combo that into an L2 where you leap forward doing a vertical spinning slash somersault. I will probably show this off when I do my dex build because this is the weapon I'm going to be using. Oh, it's just a great sword. It's not an ultra great sword.
Alright.
We're not going to get any of these for this playthrough because obviously I'm a sorcerer.
Treat
And
the sheep.
I don't think... Well, I know I wouldn't have the strength to wield it, so... Because now that I have the stats to wield the Earthiel Straight Sword, I'm not upgrading those stats anymore. I'm not touching them. So we're going to consume these souls. So we have 50,000 to work with. Let's see how many levels we can get. We can get 4. I'm going to put... I could put all 4 into intelligence, but... Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put all 4 into intelligence. My goal is to get... I'm going to try to get to at least 50 intelligence, and then anything after that will be extra.
Alright then.
Alright, with that, we have defeated all the bosses in the... I want to say the... No, actually, no, we still have one more boss left to beat before we actually hit the official halfway point of the game. Well, I say halfway point, but it's more like the area before the real halfway point. So we're gonna go to the Abyss Watcher's bonfire. So we're gonna tackle things a little bit differently in this run through. The previous run throughs I defeated Aldrich first, and then went to Yorm. This playthrough, because the Profane Capital has an item that we need for this playthrough, I'm going to do Yorm first. I'm going to fight Yorm first, and then transition over to Aldrich. So depending upon how this stream goes, depending upon how many times I die, we may get to fight Yorm today too. So we may get to do 2 Lords of Cinder in one stream.
Let's see if we can be able to make it up to that then.
Well, we'll see what happens. Because we have to get through the Catacombs of Karthus before we can, we have to get through, we have to beat High Lord Wolnir, and then we have to beat, Pontiff Sullivan before we can even gain access to going towards our next, Lord of Cinder.
At the very least, let's try to get through this without a hitch.
That's always the plan.
Yep.
If you don't get the souls immediately from these skeletons, they're going to come back.
Oh, they work like dry bones.
Yeah, but after you kill them the second time, they're done for good.
Oh, alright.
Similar concept, but they only do it so many times. These guys here, these are Karthus swordsmen. Some of them have the chance of doing the revival thing too.
Oh my god, he can... Wait, what's that bar?
That is bleed.
Bleeding effect. I thought that was like poison.
No, poison is the purple bar. There's a version of poison called toxic, which, if you're inflicted with that, it drains your health much faster.
Sheesh.
Like, it's a noticeable fast. The only way to cure that is with blooming purple moss clumps, which are harder to find. I don't remember if he gave me souls or not. I think he did because he's not reviving, so. But yeah, be careful of this guy. These guys with no heads and they're blocking like that, they can still parry. I had a run, one of my previous streams, I had a run through where this guy actually parried me and he killed me.
And he didn't even have a head.
Which I don't understand how he would know when to parry if he doesn't have a head.
These are enchanted skeletons. You know how skeletons are in RPG games, right? Like that.
Well, in D&D, they would be the result of necromantic magic. Oh my god, that guy was behind me. He could have backstabbed me. That would have been bad.
In most RPG games, skeletons are mostly the lowest level type of dungeon creatures, though. But you know, Dark Soul logic, it's kind of like a different world of itself.
I also backstabbed the skeleton. This place is, I believe this place gives you a decent amount of Titanite shards, and I believe this is the place where it starts giving you... I believe this place starts giving you large Titanite shards. I don't think it's till we get to the Smoldering Lake that we gain access. That place really gives you large Titanite shards. Oh, yeah, we got fire arrows off of him. I didn't know you could get fire arrows off these guys. The more you know. This is also the place where we run into Henri again.
Huh. Alright.
Because this is where Henri and Horus get separated.
Why are there embers appearing on you right now?
Oh, because I have an ember activated. If you look at the top left screen, you see the icon?
Yeah.
If that is lit up with fire, that means I have an ember active, which means my character will emanate that there are embers coming off my body.
Alright.
I do want to kill this guy first, though. God, I hate that. He gave me his souls. He's dead. He's dead.
Is that a sickle he had?
Yes.
Oh, you can take his kukris.
Yes, these guys do actively drop the kukri throwing item. It's just a better throwing knife. Now be careful, this one does regenerate.
I like how his sword was kind of moving a bit.
Now he's fully dead. But over here you get the Karthus Pyromancy Tome, which if you're running a Pyromancer, you'll want that. You wanted to kill that skeleton so you can grab this item without being shot at. It's a sharp gem. It's good for going with pure dex builds with weapons that aren't naturally dex oriented. God, how is it that I am able to hit him and I knock him right out of my lock-on range? We got Titanite Shard and the Karthus Rouge. Karthus Rouge just applies bleed to your weapons. Ouch.
Judging from how your character is sounding right now, it sounds painful.
Good thing my SS Flask is upgraded enough though that I can heal a good portion of the damage. Oh, I got a number back. That I can heal a good portion of the damage they do to me. But I am low on SS Flasks now.
Hey Colin, after when we're done with this stream, you want to stream some zombies on Call of Duty 2?
Well, we could.
When you get the time after we take a break.
Yeah, because after this we'll take a small break and then we'll stream something else. We could stream zombies. Or we could stream something else entirely. It's up to you. I'm gonna wait for this to go by, go back up, and then I'm gonna go in there. I'm just full of arrows. If you turn to the right, there's this guy here. You want to kill him. Because by killing him, that boulder breaks when it comes back. And by it breaking, we get another undead bone shard. Alright, we're gonna pop our Ashen Estus flasks. We're coming up on another, bonfire. This guy respawns, I know he does. Alright, we got him. Oh god.
What is that slipping out at you?
It's some kind of dark magic, if I remember correctly. Like it's like dark magic contained in pots.
I did not know they brought some voodoo stuff into this game.
Alright, be careful of this area here. Some of these jars pop up some of those things.
Those things. This is some very, very bad things. Or we probably need to see some.
Yeah, these things. I did that to set off that trap so that way.
I'm guessing some individuals who are stuffing those jars were really, really bad people. You know, like Rest of the Souls.
Probably. Who knows?
Yeah. You know, it's kind of like a... Whoa.
This place is littered with traps. Ah, God. I lost my lock on.
Man, that attack takes so much damage out of it.
That's why I'm saying it's like I understand why they did it to bring in a little bit of balance, but at the same time you already have to use FP to cast it, and on top of that, oh yeah, those items do go through walls.
Can they get hit by those things too?
The traps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, is there an achievement where you can be able to kill these guys using environmental?
No.
Oh.
I wish, but no. Oh, we got another Titanite shard off of him.
Well, there's lots of traps in Dark Souls. There should be an achievement.
Oh, I have plenty of Titanite shards. I could upgrade my Sorcerer Staff to 3, at least until I get the Court Sorcerer Staff. What is he doing?
Oh, jump.
Of course, like the majority of stuff he has in his house. Enough about my opinion. I really don't want to attract both of them, I just want one. Oh, come on, really? Got him. There's an ember here. Alright, let's go activate that that bonfire. Because we're coming up on that. Right over here to the left is the bonfire for this area. We're gonna rest at it because we need to regain our Estus. You know what, now that I think about it,
Festival.
I think I missed Henri.
It's an arts festival today over in Lewisburg. My dad just texted me.
My hairdresser and I were talking about that earlier.
Oh man, this place has got a major rat problem.
Yeah, just look at that one. Oh, you son of a bitch. Die.
You're a biggie.
And he's dead. Like all of his other kind. I do have some souls I can use, but I'll use those later. The main part of this area, well, this section, is we come down here, we grab this ember, but we go back up, and Sorag spawns. God damn it. He has the best ultra great sword in the game, which is the Fume Ultra Great Sword. Downside to it, hurts like hell. Upside to it, it's good if you have it. Yeah, if you saw on the stream, he two-shot me.
Wow, he's still a asshole for taunting me.
That's how you get some of the taunts, is that if you die to certain phantoms, because they do certain taunts, and that's how you get them.
Oh. So yeah, if you kill him, then you can get his taunt?
I think if you kill him, you get his taunt, along with him killing you gives you his taunt as well. At least my souls are right there, so it's not a major loss. Freaking rats! But I will kill him though, because by killing him, you get the I think you get the knight's, not the knight's ring. You get some kind of ring, but what it does is that it makes your enemy consume more stamina when they're guarding your attacks.
That thing's got range on him.
Yeah, but at least while he's like that. How did he dodge that?
Probably must have been asleep.
You keep running like that, you fuck.
Just keep doing that. Nope.
Got him. That's the nice thing about having the Pharaon Flash Sword. Night Slayer's ring is what it's called, yeah. Because his name is Night Slayer Sword. But yeah, but that's a great reason to have the Flash Sword. Because if you don't have enough time to cast a spell out, you can pop it out real quick.
Nice.
There's more areas you can explore there, but we don't really need to explore those areas. Yeah, I don't see Henri. No, it doesn't matter anyway, because you can't summon Henri for the High Lord Wolnir fight. So it doesn't matter.
See ya.
If you kick him right off this ledge without doing any damage to him first, he'll live it.
How's he gonna get back up here, though?
He doesn't.
Yeah. What's the point? Just die already.
Yeah, because I think you have to find Henri earlier in the catacombs, and then Henri will be here. Technically, we don't really need Henri here. Because if you go up here, if you follow this... Oh god, the skeleton army spawned! Ugh. Yeah, you see that cliff hanging over there?
Yeah.
That's where Henri will be if you find Henri initially in the Catacomb of Karthus. I kind of forgot where to go to get to her, because I'm playing as a male character, so it's going to be a female. Henri will always be the opposite gender of the character you're playing as. But if you talk to her, and then... If you talk to her initially in the first half of Catacomb of Karthus, and then you'll find her here. You talk to her again, if you mention that you haven't found Horus, she'll go, oh, he might have pressed on, I might as well press on myself. And she won't give you anything then, but when you talk to her again in Arethiel Valley, she'll give you an item for it.
Okay.
But you can't summon her for this fight. The only reason of following Henri's questline up to this point is one of two things. Either you're going for the Hollow Lord ending, which you need Henri alive to do, or you're going for her assistance to help you fight Pontiff Sullivan. And then if you're not going after the Hollow Lord ending, you have to kill an NPC you'll run into later in order to have her alive so you can go help her fight Aldrich. After you kill her version of Aldrich, she'll leave her sword at Ludlith. Ludlith will give it to you. It's the only sword that has a scaling off of luck. Which is very odd that they have a weapon scaling off of luck, but that's the only weapon in the game that does it. It's an alright straight sword. It's not the best, but it's an alright straight sword.
So what's going on right now?
We're about to fight High Lord Wolnir. Hi!
So that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is High Lord Wolnir. You have to break these bracelets on his wrists. You gotta break all three of them. For many years. Alright, we got the first one. You want to kill these ones first? Because there's two of them on one hand. Oh god, he pulled out his sword. You can turn his soul into it. God, he started moving forward. So that mist that's behind him, or that's like on the lower half of him,
Yeah.
if you get caught in that, it saps your health quickly. I didn't realize that he was going to start moving forward, and the mist killed me. You know what, since we died here, let's go kill High Lord Wolnir. I want him dead.
Well, he is kind of dead already.
I want him dead-er.
Let's renew his death.
God, you get caught on the randomest corners sometimes here. It's weird. I'm just going to avoid these guys. There's no real reason to fight them now. Now that we've gotten to the boss. Actually, I might have been going about that wrong. You might want to attack the one with the sword hand first. Because when he has that sword hand out...
Yeah.
It makes it... It actually makes it harder... upon realizing that, it actually makes it harder to, attack him. Wait, but what's nice about High Lord Wolnir when you fight him, if you die fighting him, your souls will always be in front of the cup.
What's that door up there?
My exit.
Oh, after when you're done killing this guy's ass.
I have to kill High Lord Wolnir, and once I kill High Lord Wolnir, that door opens. And it leads me to a bonfire, right next to a bonfire. And then to another bonfire. We're gonna skip this cutscene because we've already seen it. So aim for his right hand first. Or not his right, yeah, his right hand first. From his perspective, it would be his right hand. Yeah, you can see this hand's that hand's the most mobile. Alright, got it. We got the first hand. Yeah, because he can kill his own. He can kill his own skeletons. Climbing up. Yeah, that black mist also kills his own skeletons. So. Ouch! Alright, that's 2. I'm gonna heal. You can't lock onto the bracelet, so you have to free camera this fight. This is the most times I've died to him.
Why didn't you heal?
Because I thought I was outside the range of his attack. Because what he does is at the very end when he's done using his sword, he'll stab it into the ground and do a shockwave attack.
Well, I guess maybe in this case, when in doubt, just heal.
I don't think I would have lived it, to be honest.
That's a one-hit kill?
It's not a one-hit kill, but I'm not sure if I would have lived it, even if I did heal. I'm gonna two-hand my sword just for this fight so I do more damage. I mean, the bracelets, God, what do I keep getting caught on? It's always that corner. I always keep getting caught on something, getting caught on that corner. Yeah, this is the most times I've ever died to High Lord Volnir in a run through. Stupid ninja man, could you screw off, please? Thank you.
Damn.
I see the cat.
Came in here, it's like I hear some people playing Dark Souls. I'm just sitting, you know, come over here and just, you know, hang about. See. And once again, I'll get into some Dark Souls action.
Actually, you know what? I'm curious. That does like poultry damage. Oh, come on, really? I know, he's got his skeletons. He does it every time. I hate bosses that do that.
So you gotta stay away from that log.
Yes. I also forget that that hurts you too.
Oh my god, he got his
Alright, that's the sword hand down. Now we just need to kill his offhand. Yeah. Now he's summoning more minions. Alright, that's 2 bracelets.
Holy crap, that hurt him a lot. I don't know. He's hurting so many.
That's fine by me. That just makes his minions worthless.
Is it just me, or the Ninja Strikes is actually getting his bracelet?
Got him. We beat him. That's a bone wheel skeleton. He's actually they're staples of the Dark Souls franchise. I think they've been in every single one. One of the few recurring enemies in this franchise.
As they have a good time just rolling, you know?
That is the most times I've ever died to High Lord Volnir, to be honest.
Well, no, he's not a problem anymore, at least.
Normally I one cycle him, but that's whatever.
Dude, would it be pretty cool if you got a cup like that?
Oh, High Lord Volnir's goblet?
Yeah.
It'd be a pretty cool goblet. As long as it's not oozing dark energy. And as soon as I touch it, it puts me into a boss fight. Actually, to be fair, Chibi Vash didn't actually touch it. He just put his hand over it, and then it activated. So he didn't even touch it.
Ideally, I'd like to drink some fruit punch out of that thing, but okay.
You don't like to drink the souls of your enemies?
Well, I never had the souls of my enemies before, but...
Here, look, here's one bonfire. We go up through this door. Go up these stairs. And we're at another bonfire. And here's the kicker. There's a bonfire before the bridge, and there's a bonfire after the bridge. But we gotta be careful here, because I'm gonna turn my camera around for this. When you hit a certain threshold on the bridge, this fuck spawns. It's a Pontiff beast.
That beast always there?
Yes.
Oh, so it just...
Oh, sweet Lord Almighty!
Whoa.
He's got ridiculous range with some of his attacks, and it's the thing about the Pontiff Beast, because there's four of them in this area. The thing about the Pontiff Beast is that his attacks have more range than they realistically look like they should. So you may think you're safe, and then he's like, nope, I'm gonna super jump right towards you.
Well...
Now, you don't have to fight the Pontiff Beast. You can if you want. I only want to do it for the souls. Hey, Vrain. He always catches me off guard with that attack.
That's the only problem, he can't be able to go past that point.
That's the way you can cheese him. Oh, you stream Vrain. Nice. I don't think his health regenerates too.
Better not.
Nope, doesn't. Dead.
Oh, that's the way to beat him.
You get Pontiff's right eye. If you choose to convert transmogrify, not transmogrify. I think it's transmogrify. I don't remember. Transpose. No. If you transpose Vort when the very first boss you fight that you actually get a soul off of, if you transpose Vort's soul, you can get Pontiff's right eye. Was this left eye or right eye? I don't remember. Right eye. If you transpose Vort's soul, you get Pontiff's left eye. I think left eye is not as good as the right eye. I think the right eye is a better item than the left eye, if I remember correctly. Alright, we're gonna pop this. Rest. Grab this. We're gonna go back on the bridge. Don't worry, he doesn't respawn. But, if we go back on the bridge, we head back to the beginning of it. There should be a summon sign there.
Sorry, who's Mindbenders?
He used to be one of my his name used to be Vrain. He's one of my more consistent viewers. Alright, well before we do anything, we're actually gonna head back to Firelink. Maybe because I didn't talk to, Cirrus. I don't remember if I talked to Cirrus or not. I would like to have her for the Twin Princes fight. There she is.
Hello again. I have since heard.
Oh, I did talk to her before.
For one, I too am back. I hear that if I can be of help, blessing of.
She uses the Dark Moon loyalty gesture. I think after talking to her and then heading back to Arethiel Valley,
Farewell, me.
There will be a summon sign there for her asking for assistance. If you help her, if you give her assistance there, there will be another summon sign that you can use for her later on. That again, she summons asking for help. If you help her there too, she will offer to be a knight in your service. And when she does that, she will become available to help you during the Dragon Slayer armor and the Twin Princess fight.
Twin Princess fight.
Yes, which is the last Lord of Cinder that you must beat.
Okay, so she's gonna help you fight him.
Yes, because that fight can be really annoying.
So that's why you need to have her fight with you.
Yeah, I don't like going into the I've beaten the Twin Princes by myself, but I personally don't like going into the fight without Cirrus, because she does have the ability to heal you. She's one of the few NPCs in the game that actually has the ability to heal you. And it's nice to have if you're low on Estus Flasks or if you run out of Estus Flasks. Oh, I need to burn this undead bone shard real quick. There. Alright, let's go level up.
Well, very well. Then take.
4 levels. Let's put this at 40. And then... we'll put 1 into Vigor to up our health and 1 into Attunement. Alright, we now have 4 attunement slots.
Farewell.
Well, 4 because of the Deep Ring, but we now have 3. So...
What?
I gotta remember where the Court Sorcerer's staff is at. Okay, so it's in... basically, we'll get our best staff that we're gonna need in the same area that we're gonna get the scroll that gives us access to the spells we want. Alright, let's head back to, Arethiel Valley. If we can't get to a second, if we can't get to the second Lord of Cinder, I want to at least beat Pontiff Sullivan. Because he would be classified as he would be technically classified as your halfway point in the game. Because once you beat him, then pretty much 90% pretty much the second half of the game opens up. Of the places that you can start exploring. But first, now that we've talked to Cirrus, I believe her summon sign will be here. Summon sign's still in here because it appears right here. Because I know you have to talk to her every time you meet her, and that progresses the storyline to causing her summon sign to appear. Because this body right here, I believe this is the body that will have Kraton's armor, which that armor only becomes available if you help Cirrus out.
Hey Colin, by any chance, when we're done with this stream, do you want to go out to the arts festival over in downtown today? It's happening right now.
Not really. I've lost interest in a lot of that stuff, to be honest.
Okay.
Alright, well her summon sign's not appearing, so I'm just going to progress through Erethiel Valley. I'll come back to it later. See if it shows up then. Now, the one thing you need to be wary about in this area, the Pontiff Knights are fast. They do a lot of damage. They have a decent amount of range. They also do have long-ranged attacks.
What was that just came out?
It's a ghost.
Oh.
They can't hurt you.
Except that sound. That's concerning.
Oh god!
Friend of yours?
Not a friend of mine. No friend of mine would backhand me as much as this guy is. They are fast. As you saw how fast he charged me.
And the attacks are continuous.
They have a lot of stamina. It's either they have a lot of stamina, or that sword, or the sword they're using doesn't consume a lot of stamina when you swing it. But they are very fast. I hate fighting the Pontiff Knights because it's a massive damage increase from what you were fighting to what you're fighting now. This is where the game likes to introduce its level cap, which obviously, as it's showcasing, it has showed an increased level cap. All right, that's one. That's two. I ran out of stamina.
I'd say back off of him.
Not very good stamina management. That was bad on my part. I've got his leggings. Nice. This is the place where you start running into large Titanite shards. This is where they start wanting you to have your stuff upgraded to like +4, +5, +6. So, unless you're running Twinkling Titanite stuff, then this is, I believe you can get enough Twinkling Titanite shards here to have your stuff up to +3. Alright, those enemies, the ones with the stakes, those are called Burning Witches.
Alright. And
be careful when engaging them in melee combat because they do have a grapple that is annoyingly... It has a rather annoying hitbox.
They have a range attack too.
They're pyromancers, basically.
Guys holding their swords and then
careful, that one has a magic sword. His weapon was imbued with magic.
Yeah, I saw.
I want these guys to come farther down.
Oh, here it comes.
Kill that one. I'm gonna heal. You see how his sword is glowing like bluish?
Yeah.
That means his sword was imbued with magic.
And it's a double damage.
No, it just does magic damage on top of its regular damage.
Oh, alright. So.
Ouch! But I killed him, that's the important part. There is a crystal lizard up here and I want it dead! Yes! More Twinkling Titanite. I think I need 4 to upgrade my
Where's the screen coming
from random enemies that are around here.
It's not those knights, is it?
No.
Emma really wants my attention.
I am playing a sorcery build, Rain. So I'm going, magic based. I don't normally kill these guys, but I like having them out of the way. Because if you go up in that area, they just walk right by. They don't bother messing with you. It's another large Titanite shard. If I get enough Titanite shards outside of what I need for my Court Sorcerer staff, then I'll use those to upgrade my regular Sorcerer staff. I don't even know if Henri would even be here at this point. I don't see Henri here, so I'm assuming not.
Just switch to live. About like 5, 6, 9 seconds.
Oh,
delay.
the guy's not here either. Excuse me.
What guy are you talking about?
When you're going through this area, if you've been following Henri's quest line, Henri will be right here. There is an NPC over here that spawns in this corner. He's always in this corner. He never changes spots. If you keep this NPC alive, Henri will die. But if you kill this NPC, basically by deciding whether to let this NPC live or die, determines what ending you're going for. Well, for Henri's quest line anyway. For Henri's quest line, killing this guy will allow you to help Henri fight Aldrich when you get to on Orlando. If you keep this NPC alive, you're going for the Hollow Lord ending, which I will show off on the last. I'll show it off either the next run through or this run through. Because I've showed off 2 of the 4 endings. I've showed off the normal ending, and I showed off the Usurpation of the Fire ending. This run through is going to be, I don't know the name of the ending. But basically we have to give certain items to the Firekeeper, and then after we beat the Soul of Cinder, we let her do her thing with the fire. I don't know what that ending is called, but
Yeah, Bender just left the stream.
they don't trust that. That's not very accurate.
No, it's not.
No, because I've had times where it said someone's not in there and they were in there. Actually, now that we got this far, let's go see if I want to go see if Sirius's quest summon sign is there. Because screw running all the way back. Oh yeah, Dad, if you don't mind, Louis staying over an extra night. Okay. I think Emma is appreciative that you left that door open.
Yeah, something out there got her interest.
No, she just likes looking out the window, to be honest. And plus the sun's shining, so and the sun feels good on her bones. Why is it not here? Am I doing something wrong? Should be here.
Yeah, Battletech books.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's in the middle of the bridge. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Because you have to kill the Sullivan's beast near the start of the area. Once you kill it, then her summon sign becomes available. Basically, you have to help her kill Creighton the Wanderer. Oh yeah, maybe I need to go back to Firelink to check and see if she's still there. Because what I'm reading on the wiki, it says that, you need to give the Dream Chaser's ash to the Shrine Handmaiden. Then you have to speak with her to gain the Dark Moon loyalty, which I already did. Now I think we have to double check and see if she's left the shrine. Because if she's still there, then it hasn't triggered her quest line yet. Alright, yep, she is not there. Which means that if I go back there... Because what they're saying is that if you talk to her and then immediately go back to that area, her summon sign won't appear. So if you now go back after checking to see if she's still in the shrine, which she's not, because she always appears in the same spot whenever you talk to her. Now that I've checked to verify that she's not there, I should be able to go back there and her summon sign should still be there. Her summon sign should be there. Yep, here it is.
Oh, you can replace the rear sight of this thing. Well, what's he doing?
He's an invader. invaders are usually red, but you can get items that hide the red color.
Cirrus of the Sunless Realms.
Yeah.
Your friend?
Yeah, this is Cirrus. We need to help her kill this creature. We need to help her kill this guy in order to continue her quest line. Because I like Cirrus. Cirrus is one of my favorite NPCs in this game. I like helping her out. Because she does reward you with shit.
Oh my god, this guy is healing so nice.
That's because he uses Estus flasks. Invaders are allowed to use Estus flasks. But he's out. But he does have a full heal item that he only uses once. After this, we should be able to kill him. But the main objective at this point is to keep Cirrus alive.
He missed.
By killing him. Now, what this will do is, by helping Cirrus... That's what AIs do. They'll keep attacking an invader even though he's dead.
Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Now, what this will do is, this will do one of two things. This will advance Cirrus's quest line, and two, it will cause Creighton the Wanderer to invade us. Now, this does one of two things.
What?
Because it causes him to spawn in our world, if we kill him, upon killing him, we get his axe. If we come back to the bridge after killing him, his armor set will be there. We're actually the Church of Yorshka bonfire is right outside the area where we would fight Kraton in our world. As you saw, he's not very good at dodging magic.
Have you ever met an invader that fat rolls?
I've met an invader that parries all the time.
Every single attack.
No, it's like it's this. I'll explain this NPC because I don't think you were there when we fought him. This NPC in particular, his name is Hodrick. He's the only NPC I've run into where he parries you during mid combo. Like even though he's getting hit and he's going through the stun animation, he can still parry you. But he only does that if he has his shield out, which is why I don't like to attack him when he has his shield out. So I think once we get up here is where he I think it's either when we get up here or we get past this tree he invades us. He killed himself. He fell off the edge. I have never seen a phantom do that.
Well, at least it makes your job a lot easier.
I didn't have to fight him. He did my job for me. I've never seen this sorcery run through has all the weirdest shit. I had a run in where Sigwar didn't help me fight the demon in Undead Settlement. He just started running the other way and he got stuck. Now Creighton just falls off the edge.
Hey, at least you don't need to spend any resources fighting him then,
That is true.
I would take it.
I've never seen him do that. Not once have I ever seen an NPC just fall off the edge of the map.
That one's gonna be for the highlight books.
Just playing Dark Souls in general is a giant highlight reel. Actually, to be fair, we don't really have to do anything in this area, so... No, you can go fuck yourselves. I hear a crystal lizard. There's a crystal lizard. No, you get your ass back here. More twinkling titanite. Yes. I think we need one more piece so we can upgrade our sword.
You heard that scream?
Yeah.
What you think that was?
Things that need to die. Hear him. Where the hell is he? Whatever. Actually, technically, you don't have to kill Pontiff Sullivan to gain access to fighting Yorm. We may be able to get 2 Lords of Cinder in one stream today. You just need to kill Pontiff Sullivan to gain access to Aldrich. You come down here if you want to head to fight Yorm, which we're going to go fight Yorm first anyway. This might actually be smarter to do. I've never done it this way, but this might actually be smarter to do. Because usually I go right after Pontiff first. Get juked, bitch. Ouch. What am I doing?
You're healing.
Trying to backstab me, boy? Not happening. I forgot Sigward. I forgot all about Sigward.
Hold up a second. He's holding a big sword and a crossbow?
Yeah, if you have the stats, you can do that. No, you don't, Alva. You also get his sword upon killing him. There's nothing over there. So. Yeah, Alva will invade your location upon you, upon you entering here. So, I completely forgot about Sigward. So, so we need to head to, let's see, we need to head to the Cathedral of the Deep, and I think I just chose the wrong one. But, we need to head to Cathedral of the Deep because we for some reason, upon opening this one door,
Look out.
it causes Sigward's questline to continue. It doesn't make any sense to me, but basically we need to get outside of the church bonfire. There will be a well. We approach that well, we'll hear Sigward's voice. Sigward goes, "Yeah, somebody went and stole my armor." And that will further prompt us to go back to Firelink to get said man to spawn. Because apparently you can have him spawn in here at the Cathedral of the Deep. I have never gotten it to happen.
Oh, jeez. Hey, you're not allowed to bring dogs.
Sacred ground, get out.
I believe there is a rule in the church, no pets allowed. Hey, it's these guys again.
Oh, here we go.
The one that sets themselves on fire.
There? Anyone at all? Oh, I know that voice.
I didn't say anything.
It's me, Siegfried of Katarina. I'm loath to admit it, but I've been had. Someone's swiped my armor. Did you happen to see it anywhere? Oh, not to worry. An old tenant of the night, and I... Ha-ha!
Alright, now by doing that, we can trigger a particular NPC to spawn.
How did he even ended up down there?
I think there's an alternative pathway to, I think there's an alternative pathway into the Cathedral of the Deep. I think he was taking it, but I think he went to take a nap and someone swiped his armor.
He swiped his armor and he ended up in the well.
The only reason I say that there's an alternative pathway down there, because we're going to find him later on in Erethiel Valley.
Okay.
Oh, so we gotta talk to Cirrus first. She'll give us the silver cat's eye ring. Or the cat's eye ring or something like that. A silver cat ring.
If you recall, bless.
With that item, if we have it equipped, we will take no fall damage. Unless the fall is high enough that it kills you. But we need to talk to the Shrine Handmaiden because there's a key we need to buy.
Ashen one.
So now that we bought that key, we can now access the tower that's up here. I don't know why these still don't understand why these fog gates are here. So we're gonna go do some stuff real quick. So we're gonna go get Snuggly. Well, actually, we don't really need to do anything with Snuggly, but I'll show Snuggly off just in case. But I do want to go down here anyway, because there's a crystal lizard down here.
Already at the 2-hour mark. Oh boy.
It won't take us.
Done streaming.
We're gonna cap it soon.
The heck was that noise?
It's Snuggly the Crow. Well, Pickle Pea and Bumper Ump. They're crows. Well, their whole point in this game is that you can drop items off for them, and they will exchange items for you. So, like,
What kind of items are they looking for?
Just items in general. Like, there is a list of items that you can drop for them, and they'll exchange it. That they are the only way you are to get the Solaire cosplay armor. So you have to drop particular items for them. One of the items you have to drop to get one of the pieces of armor is a seed of a giant tree.
They don't tell you straight up.
They don't tell you, no.
Okay.
First, let's go upgrade our sword, because we have enough Twinkling Titanite now. And then we'll go back up there, because I want to get patches to spawn.
Ah. Ashen.
Why am I talking to you when I need to upgrade my sword?
What?
There. Now we need 8 more pieces of Twinkling Titanite.
Oh my. This coal is from the Undead Legion.
Yeah, I know. I gave it to you for a reason.
Forge the weapons of Farron's Abyss Watchers. A fine prize. I'm honored to be endued with it. Now I'll be equipped to infuse special gems. Praise the gods, eh? Time to put this brawn to use.
Basically, the point of giving him coals is that he gains access to be able to enchant weapons with different elements. If you want to get the achievement where you have infused one of every type of gem, you need to get him all the coals. I'm only using these now because we're going to need to buy Sigward's armor. Because the NPC we're about to talk to, his name is Patches, he's the one that swiped Sigward's armor. This is the only way that I've gotten him to spawn. Because you enter this room, right? And you start to go up the elevator, listen for a sound cue.
Yeah.
He just locked the door on us.
He locked the door on us?
Yes. He just locked the door on us.
Okay, so what do we do about it?
We're gonna go down there and talk to him. But for this, I am going to equip the Silver Cat Ring. Because what we're about to do requires us to jump off places, so... Yep, here is Patches.
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is gonna kill you kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
That guy's an asshole.
Have no fear. Besides, you're surrounded by ladies. Every man's dream, right? Oh, by stripping every last trinket off your corpse, you're gonna make some lucky customer very happy.
Yeah, what's stopping me from just stabbing my sword through your chest? Alright, so here's what you gotta do. Because he locked that door, obviously you can't get out. There are 2 ways you can go about this. See that item right there?
Yeah.
To get that item efficiently, you need to do a plunging attack.
Plunging attack towards that way.
Towards that item, yes. Basically, those are Firekeeper robes. You get all the items you need to make your character look like a Firekeeper. We're not getting those because we already have our outfit. So we're going to do this the traditional way.
I didn't know there was platforming in this game.
But we get an important item. The Estus Ring. There are 2 Estus Rings in this game. There's the Estus Ring, and then there's the Ashen Estus Ring. Obviously, case in point, they both do different things. The Estus Ring increases the potency of your Estus Flask. The Ashen Estus Ring increases the potency of your Ashen Estus Flask. The rings are pointless if you have +10 in those items. Alright, now that we've escaped, because, you know, patches, he'll be waiting up here for, waiting for us to, basically, he was up here basically waiting for us to keel over. Now he's right here. He sees that we're alive.
Ah, okay. You're alive.
If you want Sigward's armor for his questline, you have to forgive him.
I'll come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it though. Not one bit.
Now, normally I would murder his ass, but seeing as he has an armor set I need,
this guy's a weasel.
Him and Grey Rat are friends. Well, they're not necessarily friends. He appreciates Grey Rat. Now that you've bought Sigward's armor, we head back to the Cathedral of the Deep. We head back to the Cleansing Chapel. Now what we do is we head back to that well, and we drop the armor down.
Sorry. What?
Shut up, you. I'll deal with you later. Talking to that guy gains you access to the Ashes of Ariandel DLC, which we will only be tackling after we've completed our 5-character run.
Maybe I've got to...
Throw him his armor.
Oh, my armor. My deepest gratitude. I'm Siegfried of Katarina, salute you.
I didn't know this guy's that fat.
Trusty suit of armor. I'll be out of here in
Because
a
I was looking at
jiffy.
the armor, right? Really big armor.
It's just how the armor's fashioned.
Oh, so he's not really that big.
No.
Oh, okay.
At least I don't believe he is.
That's some really roly-poly looking armor.
With characters like that, you never see what they look like under their armor, so... It could be assumed he's that fat, but I don't think he's that fat. Alright, now we head back to this bonfire, because we're going to continue Sigward's questline again. We're going to continue that, and then we're going to head down to trigger the Erethiel Dungeons bonfire, and then we're going to call it a wraps for the session for that.
Alright.
Because once we trigger Sigward's questline here, he will show up in the Erethiel Dungeons. We want him to be there. Because once he's there, we technically complete his quest line.
Ooh, nice.
In a sense. But
why just a sense?
Because there's one more time we run into Sigward.
And what's gonna happen at that time?
We're fighting Yorm.
You're fighting who?
Yorm the Giant.
Oh. Okay.
He's another Lord of Cinder.
Spider-Man.
We got some green blossom off of them. Get used to seeing these guys. We see a lot of them in the Profane Capital. We got some excrement-covered ash. Yep, there he is.
That's him?
That's Sigward.
So he's not really fat under that.
I don't believe so, no.
That...
I think that's just how the armor is fashioned.
I must have dozed off.
Because since he's from Karim.
Well,
Katarina.
well, hasn't it been all
That's
too
how they. I
long?
believe that's how they
I seem
fashion
to
the
have missed
armor.
my Siegfried, and a little surprised.
Okay.
He gives you emit force.
I know. Well, I make a fine
It's just a miracle. It like
and
it acts as like a knockback spell.
to your
Alright.
And if you were damaged at this point, he gives you a heal.
Have you heard somewhere, and even below the home of Yorm, the reclusive giant lord?
See, this is where he mentions Yorm.
That reminds me, I've a grave promise to keep. Oh, well, the only...
Basically, in order to get Sigwar to move on from this location, is that you need to exhaust all of his dialogue options until he goes back to sleep.
Finish every single quest from him.
Yes, because at the end of his quest line, we get a Titanite slab, which allows us to upgrade a weapon to its max level.
Oh.
Which we're going to need when we get the Court Sorcerer's Staff. Actually, I don't need to go this way yet. That's the way I need to go if I'm heading to Pontiff. We're not heading to Pontiff. We'll fight Pontiff in the next stream. But we at least got one. We at least got one Lord of Cinder beaten. So that's 1 of 4. Actually, technically, we have 2 of 5. Because Lulith is there and he's a Lord of Cinder, but we don't have to fight him. Yeah, because I think I killed Alva and then I went straight to doing the Sigward stuff. So. Alright, we're gonna do this again. Got him. Oh, you dropped a large Titanite shard. Thank you, friend. How many large Titanite shards do I have? I have 9. I need 3 more and I'll be able to max out the Court Sorcerer's Staff when we get it. Which is actually what we're coming up on, because we get a lot of the stuff we need in the Profane Capital. Which one of the items is Logan's Scroll, which I need to look up exactly where that's at. Oh, I did activate this. Okay, then we already activated this. Alright, we're going to call it a wrap for this stream. So, recap of what we did. We've advanced Cirrus's and Sigward's quest line. We beat the first Lord of Cinder, the Abyss Watchers. We beat High Lord Wolnir. Basically, we're at the point now where we can reach both Yorm and Pontiff within relative time. So with that, we're gonna cap the stream off and call it a session. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Next time we will, I'm going to say next time we're definitely going to fight Yorm. And maybe Pontiff.
Alrighty then. What about for any other streams like we might be doing on the PC?
We're probably, if we're going to stream later today, we're going to stream Left 4 Dead.
Alright. You guys stay tuned for that. Maybe later.
We'll be doing that. We'll be doing that later today. And probably tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow, maybe.
Maybe tomorrow.
But, you know, at least we try to get in a stream for, like, any PC games. Maybe some co-op games on PS4 here. Maybe.
We may stream some, COD, World War II Zombies.
Still haven't seen any God of War. You did say that we're gonna do that one time.
I'm gonna wait until I play through and I've completely beat that game before I stream it. Because that game plays a little bit like Skyrim a little bit, in that there are side quests.
Oh, so that's gonna be off stream.
No, I'll show off the side quests, but that stream will take a while. It's similar to Dark Souls. It'll be similar to Dark Souls in the nature where it's going to take a while.
Alright then.
But with that, we'll cap off the stream. Have a good day. I'll talk to you guys next time.